Here we are at Singapore now. The 5 red lights are about to go, and we are about to start 2025. DRZ Season 4 is now underway. It's a good start off the line from the reserve driver in the Red Bull today. Ransdell gets off the line pretty well into turn 1. Apple holds into third place. Matty is on him though. Going up the inside, he hits him there. He loses a few positions. There's a lot of position changes happening here. Caution sector 1, there's an incident at the back there. I think Aspect has fallen, or something's happened involving him. We see both the V-Carb drivers battling each other. Vapor holds the lead right now. Ransdell staying in second, Apple third, Matty fourth. The top 4 remain the same. Mark Moreno has made his way into 5th. Noob in Progress down in 6th right now. Milano making a move on Joe. He's not going to make it stick though, I'm afraid. Joe holds the position down into the next corner. Can Milano come back at him? I don't think he can. He's going to have to accept that for now. No. Joe goes defensive there, but no need to. Milano can't really make a move. He didn't even think about it. That's a good start off the line then for most of the people, other than Matty, of course, but he recovered pretty well. He had to go at Apple, but it didn't work. So, yeah, Aga drops down to 14th, Aspect down in 15th, and up in the lead is Vapor, who we will be watching across this race. So here we are, Big Salty Cracker and Dykon. Dykon's going to shove it down the inside. The veteran, though, from Season 1, only 2 of them remain on the grid. He's going to dive it back down the inside. We skip away for a moment, but we come back to it. And T4 Big Salty Cracker has taken 12th place. The veteran shows the rookie that he has still got it. And we watched him come down into the next corner. He's going to go slightly defensive, but he doesn't need to. So Joe is here. It's the V-Carb and the Alpine we should be watching, as they go down the inside side by side together, but no position change. James in 9th. 10th is Moz, and we've had a spin and damage into the wall. The Alpine, McCoon, has damaged his front wing. That is not going to be a good start to his race. Aspect and Aga going at it now, and Aspect takes 14th. Aga drops to last place on the grid. McCoon stays in 13th. We've got our first safety car then. Aga has hit the wall. We've got a 3-second time penalty before Dykon. And the top 3 remain the same. Top 4, sorry. Matty is still in 4th. We see some people already coming into the pits. Joe, Dykon and Big Salty Cracker. We're going to see the hard tyres coming on pretty quickly now, as I'm going to presume the entire grid pit for the next lap. That would make sense for everyone to go onto hards now and try and make it to the end. So yeah, that seems to be the tyre choice and the strategy. So we get a 10-second time penalty for Aga for speeding in the pit lane. That's not going to go well for him. And the Alpine, they're taking a little while because they're changing a front wing. But they change onto mediums, I think those were actually. Not hards. What's the surprise? So yeah, the safety car lets people go by for the time being, as the leader has not caught up to it just yet. What a race so far. Only lap 4 as well. So yeah, here come the leaders then into the pits now, all 3 of them. So the mediums are going to come off, the hards are going to come on. Pretty simple for them. And yeah, McCoon did go on to fresh mediums. So did Aga. Surprise. And Mark Moreno does not pit. He stays out, so he's going to gain track position. He's going to come into first. He's only on, to be fair, the tyres are only 4 laps old. They don't have to pit yet. But I think it's just because it's a safety car that everyone's just come in to do it anyway. The V-Carb drivers are going to double stack. It's not going to go well for them, unfortunately. James is going to get held up in the pits there. The Williams of Noob in Progress does not get held up. He gets out of there pretty quickly. Matty also getting out there pretty fast. Yep, I don't know why we're not cutting away, but, you know. What looked like a battle was up there. It's not a battle. Safety car conditions, of course. But, yeah, it's looking pretty epic right now. We've got 13th place McCoon. Here we are, the safety car's coming in now. Mark is going to choose when to get underway. He's going to try now, and he's going to lose the rear end. He's hit the wall. Mark Moreno has hit the wall on the restart. The lights have gone green. James gets a 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That is not what we're looking at right now. We're looking at Big Salty Cracker trying to make moves from the safety car restart. And James retires. Matty's in the pits. What a restart. Mark lost the rear end, hit the wall, got wing damage. That was not ideal. And he's lost all the progress, you know, that he was working for. That is not a good way to restart at all. Our first safety car ending in a poor manner for him, unfortunately. Aspect there Slight contact. Going into the next corner. He's going to take it down the inside. He's going to take Joe out of the race. Crashes into the wall. Takes Joe with him. Joe's going to be out of the race. Aspect's going to keep going, though. He's not crashed out. And that's Big Salty Cracker and Mark as well. I think they both got damage from that. They did. Mark already had a bit of damage, but that's even more for him to worry about now. He's probably going to pit during this period. And so is Big Salty Cracker now because of the wing damage, because of that incident caused by Aspect. I wonder what the stewards are going to have to say about that. Matty's going to be cheering right now because he needed that safety car. He's just boxed just as the safety car was coming in. And now that he's got a second safety car, that's going to help him a lot for later in this race. So the next safety car restart on lap 9. Vapor is going to lead this time. Let's hopefully not see another spin off the restart. Or not, I don't know. That was pretty fast. That was pretty fun to watch. But coming out of the second to last corner, he's going to speed up now. He's going to get a good start. 10-second time penalty for Big Salty Cracker for hitting Aspect. We don't see that, but we've seen... Oh, Big Salty goes into the pits. I believe that might be a retirement. We see a battle with Aga and Milano. Yeah, T4 Big Salty Cracker retires, unfortunately. But it was good while it lasted for him. It was a good way to start the season, but not a good way to end his race there. Matty's in 12th right now. Aga's hit the wall. He's got damage, I believe. Not a good safety car restart for him either. Aspect down in 10th already. Got wing damage. Mark's up to 9th, despite, spinning on the first safety car restart. And that's Aspect that's locked up, gone straight on into the runoff zone. Matty's up to 11th now. He's going to quickly try and make a move on Moz, I reckon. But we've got another safety car restart here. So now we see... We're just waiting for the restart. There's nothing much to say. So here we go then. Vapor's going to choose to speed up at the exact same time. Apple's going to be right on Ransdale though. He's going to try and get the move done. We get a 3-second time penalty for Aga for multiple warnings. I'm guessing that's track limits again. Unfortunately, we don't know how much time penalties these guys have racked up yet, but there's only 3 people with time penalty warnings, which is definitely an improvement from last season. Certainly. So yeah, anyway, we continue to watch now. Apple has taken second place from Ransdale. That start was good for him. It was even better for Vapor, though, as he pulls away in the lead of the race. He's been leading for most of this entire race, actually. Matty is looking at Moz. He doesn't quite go for the move, but he is definitely putting the pressure on. As we look back here, Martin Moreno down in last. We switch between the drivers. We haven't picked one to watch yet, but yeah, here we are. We're just looking at the order so far as it stands. The Alpines running 5th, 6th, and Ransdale up in 3rd. He's going to be putting the pressure onto Apple, and Apple's going to have to probably defend coming into the next few corners to make sure that he's clear of the Red Bull. And we skip now, lap 15. We've got a battle going on, a freeway battle for 6th place. We've got Milano, Matty, and Dykon. But it looks like Matty's already cleared Dykon and he's going after Milano now. Matty is not really in this midfield fight. He's going to try and chase after the leaders. But I don't know if he'll be able to get it by now because the gap is only widening. As he's going to make a move on Milano, though, down the inside, straight through. He knows to do it. He does it clean, but aggressive. He's firm with his move, and he passes what was his old team in the new Williams. So yeah, that's him done into 6th place. He's going to go chase after McCoon now, and we'll watch that battle unfold shortly, probably. Knowing Matty, he's going to cut the time down very fast. We get a 3-second time penalty for Dykon once more, and we have a battle here between Ferrari and McLaren. Mark is putting the pressure on Aga, who has up to 13 seconds worth of time penalties. That is all for corner cutting and 10 seconds probably for speeding in the pit lane. Wow. Aga has a poor exit there. DRS and ERS being used, and Mark is going to make the move down into turn 1. It's pretty clear who's got the position there. Ferrari win this time against McLaren. So Mark Moreno, why did I say Mark? I meant Matty, going down into turn 1. He's going to take the move on McCoon. McCoon tries to go back at him, but there's nothing he can really do on those mediums. Those mediums and the tyres in general, they're getting quite old by now. As we see, Aga comes into the pit lane with 18 seconds of time penalties now, if I'm reading that right. And he has retired from the Grand Prix. Aga retires, yeah, unfortunately. McLaren not getting a good start to the season. The Kuhn actually looks to be chasing onto Milano there. We look at Noob in Progress. Noob in Progress nearly hits the wall just where Mark hit the wall. That was dangerous. And Matty takes 4th. Did not expect that to happen. But Noob in Progress just lost composure coming out of the final corner there and nearly slammed straight into the wall. That was dangerous for sure. Milano now loses the rear end. These tyres are gone. They're causing people to constantly lock up and lose the rear ends now. Dykon up into 7th. Obviously, time penalties will be a factor. But for now, as it stands, Milano takes back the position from the Alpine. Dykon tries to defend, but there's nothing he can do with DRS and ERS being a factor. As well as time penalties, which is probably a looming thought over both drivers' heads. Milano knows he can probably win this. Matty is coming into the pits at lap 25. Does he have damage? We're going to see him now. He doesn't have damage. He's just swapping onto softs. That is a very strange and ballsy decision. On lap 25 out of 31. Maybe his current tyres just weren't working for him and he decided to pit. But that's that's quite ballsy because he's going to lose out on quite... that's quite a risky move. But we'll see if it pays off. So it's lap 27 now. Matty is closing in on Dykon and Milano. He's actually caught them quite quickly, but to be fair, those tyres are completely gone for them too. So it makes sense. Yeah, the exit there, you can see the difference in tyres, the grip. So Matty takes 7th and he's going to go straight away chasing down Milano. There's nothing that Dykon can do to fight him off. Again, they know that their fight is not with Matty, it's with each other. And Matty knows that his fight is not with these guys, it's up with his teammate, Noob in Progress. Of course, Noob in Progress and Ransdale are both just reserves today. That the actual drivers have not attended due to personal reasons, of course. Cannot share on this YouTube video. But anyway, that's not the point right now. We're going to see down the inside into turn 1. It's going to be Matty on Milano. They're going to go side by side. Slight contact there being made on Matty's side pod. But Matty is through for 6th place. He's going to go now and chase down McCoon. He's chased down McCoon, lap 29. He's got DRS and he's going to fly straight by the Alpine, who has wing damage. It wasn't even a contest. He's through for P5. Can he go chase down his teammate in the coming laps? We will see. His teammate is now just crossing the line to start lap 29, while Matty is coming through the little chicane before coming up to the final 2 corners. It's lap 30 now, and we see Dykon and Milano going at it once more. These two have been battling quite a lot throughout this race. We see another lock up there from Milano there. These tyres are gone. You can see Alpine driver there, Dykon, making a slight mistake, but trying to keep the power down, of course. It's a crazy race today at Singapore, and I cannot wait for next week's race at Hungary to see what happens there too. But yeah, Milano trying to gain onto the back of Dykon, but it's not happening right now. Coming through the next corner. It's just down to tyre wear management. So Vapor started off in Season 2 as a reserve. Season 3 got a full-time seat at Williams, but didn't realise he was a full-time driver. He thought he was a reserve. But now he's actually got a full-time drive, and he actually knows it this time. Comes across the line, wins the Grand Prix. Ransdale chased him home right to the end, and Apple dropped back due to that penalty, but he still was in this fight. Matty and Noob in Progress swap positions, and that's going to be Apple through to round out the podium. And yeah, down in 4th is going to be Matty, and down in 5th is Noob in Progress. What a race. As we watch them come through now, they are pretty much, right beside each other. Well, not really, but they are close to each other. But Noob in Progress knows there's no battle here, so he just backs off, lets Matty through for 4th. And yeah, that's the Williams drivers coming through to the end. P6, McCoon, he has put up a very good fight today as he comes across the line and to take home P6 at his first Grand Prix. Dykon is going to come across the line P7 on track, but penalties will change the cycle. Mark is going to come through now P9, but penalties again puts him up to P8. That is an incredible race for everyone involved. And here's Moz, of course, coming through as well. What a victory. What a drive.